Alrighty y'all, today's video we are going to be working on a crankbait. So got me a block of wood here. I gotta get this cut down to the right dimensions. I'm gonna mark it up here. I'll just throw you guys on a time lapse when I get all this marked up and explain why I marked it and where, so you guys kind of be able to see why anyway. So alright, let's get to it. Got the bait all marked out, so I'm gonna go half and half. Try and make 2 crankbaits out of this. But cutting this off just for length, straight down the middle. Do both of these with the bandsaw. So yeah. Cutting done with the bandsaw. Got next 2 planks here. I'm only going to use 1 for now, but we'll get this sanded. Do a little quick sand on all sides. Throw this onto there, get it traced, cut that way, and then get that sanded. Cut the lip hole. Gotta cut the lip hole at that point if I want to get it nice and even. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this on the sander. Okay, so I'm just gonna sand all these sides. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that till I get it nice and flat on all sides. So I'll catch back with you guys in a minute. Alright, it's nice and sanded, ready to have this transferred onto one side here. This is my little drawing here. Let's head over to the bandsaw and get this cut out. We got our rough cut of what we want, so I'm going to take this to the sander, then we're going to cut this lip slot here, and then we'll start shaving the other way. So let's get to it. Well, I forgot to hit record, but it's nice and sanded, so I'm going to cut the lip slot now. Not much of a time lapse there, but so let's get a quick look here. Yeah, it's not super snug, but you know, we're gonna be super glue on hand. It'll have a line tie in it. So now, next plan is to shave away some of this here. We're gonna trace this along the back here, and then we'll cut it out on the bandsaw. Right on. So we got this here. Gonna cut this out the bandsaw, and we're gonna sand it this way, and then we're gonna chamfer the corners, and this thing will be getting almost about there. It's about there. So then we'll have to start working on the lip. Definitely got some sanding to do here, so we're just going to get straight to that. Alright, so this is what we're working with now. It's pretty good looking here, so now it's time to start all the chamfers. We'll get those marked out, and it'll be carving time. So got the chamfers on there. So up next will be carving, but I don't think I'm gonna get to that tonight. It's a pretty good stopping spot. So next time I'll be recording will be a new day. So we'll see you then. Okay, it's a new day. So I actually did some work and made another one here. But we're only gonna work on the one. I think it's this guy here. Yeah. So we're gonna work on this guy here. I'm just gonna put you on the time lapse, and we're gonna carve. A lot of carving done, but I got the two to here. This one bit back a little bit. It's the first one. Took a knife to me there, but so carving looks okay. Got a little wonky right there, but that's fine. It'll all get sanded. For the most part, it looks good. So time to move on to sanding. All right, so I got it set up right here, and the vice plan is to just do some of this. I'm gonna do 100 grit. If that's too much, I'll go higher, but we'll just see here. So we'll be on for this. Not bad. We're gonna do all sides of this thing here and do that to the other one. I think we'll take it all the way down with this sandpaper, kind of like how it's going with this. Cool beans. We got the initial sanding done. I'm going to go over this with some probably 220 then to 320, but that looks really good. So took this puppy to 220, so now we'll take it to 320, and that should be a nice smooth finish for paint. But everything's looking nice and symmetrical. The lumps, happy where this is going. So that's to 320. She feels very smooth, very good looking. So that is perfect. We're gonna get eye holes drilled, lead hole, and then the hook hanger. Hook is either gonna go in front or behind a lead hole, and then the other one will go at the end, obviously. So I apologize for the fan noise. I'll try and speak a little louder so it's a little easier to hear me, but got both of them to 320. Hardware time for this, so definitely gonna have a hook hanger going in the front here. I might put it pretty close. I might go down right here, up there at an angle, and grab a chunk of it. Yeah, we'll do that. That way it's still kind of high center. Lead, it's gonna go the lowest point right here. Nice fat belly on this bait, just perfect. Oops, got a little ahead of myself there, but there's the end hook hanger. But now I'm going to put one on the front here. We won't drill the bottom hook hanger until we get the lead hole in there. I think I want it to go here. Alrighty, y'all, so I got the lead hole drilled here, and I think that will be enough lead hopefully get it to sync there. But yeah, so we'll go with that. And kind of did split out, but I'm not too worried about it because to fill it with lead and then UV resin, and then I'm going to re-sand it so it's all nice and flush. So hardware holes on all of them are done. Had a little blowout on the bottom of this lead hole, huge blowout on this hole, but we're going to fill all that in with resin. So here's what it is. Okay, I'm going to try to only fill up to there with lead. This will be my hard filter. This one I'm going to fill up a little deeper. But got the lead warming up here. See how long it takes for that to melt. Okay, lead's hot. Time to get this poured. I'll get you guys set up for that best I can. A little hard to pour this lead quick enough before it cools. All the hooks and everything made. We got all of the hardware made here, so that is all good to go. I made these hangers. I'm actually going to bring these inside and seal them and let them sit overnight. I also went ahead and sanded that down flush, and so then we'll put the UV resin where it needs to go. Sand that and whatnot. So, alrighty, we're back down here in the shop. So, we'll recap. Got these sealed last night, as well as UV resin. So all the voids are filled. So I'm actually going to sand those. Make the lip. We'll test fit everything, and while everything's test fit, I'm going to water test it, see what it does, if it needs to have weight poured out or whatnot before we start painting and whatnot. So that'll be the plan today. For the lip, I'm just gonna take some of this and mark it the edges of the lip itself. This is what we ended up going with. I think that's going to be a decent sized bait for it. All I really need. So let's get this cut out on the bandsaw. Alright. Missed the big cuts there, but that's fine. That's pretty much the shape we're gonna go for. So gonna get this thing sanded, basically just rounding off this top part. Happy with that. That looks good. Nice smooth transition, not an overly aggressive lip here, so that should work great. Okay, so we got both the lips ready to install, so I'm going to line up the lips in there, partly drill, take them out, drill them out the rest of the way, and then what you guys will see next, everything will be installed without glue, just kind of held in there, and then I'm going to water test them. Depending on how they look, we can go from there. We got those in there, they're all just held in by the line tie, and they work pretty good. Looking nice and perpendicular and ready to go. So I'm going to take these inside and get them water tested, and I'll bring you guys inside with me for that. Hopefully they're weighted correctly. Alrighty, this is the heavier of the two, so it floats about, I don't know, maybe ½ inch out at the top, a little less. I'm fine with that. This is a heavier one. A little more sticking out of the top, but with hardware and paint and everything, I think those will work great. With those finished up here, I almost forgot I need to put in the eye sockets, so I'm gonna do that. I'll do that off camera. It's no biggie. I'm just gonna do it slowly with a Dremel because I don't trust the drill. I need some Forstner bits instead of what I have. So then I will take everything out, glue it up, sand this bottom here so it's nice and flat, smooth for paint, and then yeah, we'll be ready for paint. Okay, so we got these glued in. The lip and the screw eye going to the lip is glued in. These back two still need glued in, but I just want to give those a chance to properly dry. I got these filed and sanded down, so yeah, they kind of look crappy right now, but they're to 220. I'm going to take them to 320. I'm going to take the whole thing to 320 again once I get everything glued. I'm going to re-seal it, and then these puppies will be ready for paint because the eyes are in as well. Alright, these baits here have been glued up. Gonna sand them quick and then dip them. I'll show you guys the dip. So we're ready for the dip here. I'm gonna get you guys set up to see that properly, and you'll probably have some fan noise, but nothing I can do about that. I need this heater. Okay, we are ready for the dip. Let's take these and just dip them like this. Put them on a hanger. Got the paint booth back up and running. These guys are over here drying off a little bit more because it's kind of cold out, so they need a little heat to set up. They're still a little tacky, but almost ready. Got my colors. I'm gonna go with this. One of the baits gonna be white base with a blue top, silver bottom. And there's gonna be some line through it. I'm not sure what I'm going to separate the colors with. And the next one's going to be all black. I'm going to cut some stencils up with some tape to do stripes on one of them. And then we'll fade it into yellow and orange, take out the stencil, we'll have black stripes, black to yellow to orange. That'll look good. And then got my UV resin and everything for when it's time to seal. They're just a touch tacky. I'm going to give them probably another 10-15 minutes to dry up. So we're ready to start painting now, I think. I'm pretty happy. It's just a little tacky, but honestly that'll probably help the paint stick on pretty good. And then let it fully cure and whatnot. Got black in the airbrush. Throw a little bit on here, see how this goes. After I make sure it comes out of the airbrush nice, of course. Okay, so a lot of messing around with the paint formula. We're ready for our first layer of black. So, get out a nice thin coat here. I'll let that cure for a second. We'll do another coat. Alright, I think we're ready for coat number 2 here. Okay. I think the second coat's on there good, nice and dark. Let's let that cure. I got the next bait ready for paint here. This base coat's white. here by the fan. Next coat of white here. White's gonna take a little longer to do because obviously it's a little more see-through. I get some more coats on there until you cannot see that. And the next coat. Way back on. We'll come back. Okay, could be the last coat. We'll see. Might need to do one more. All right, one more coat of white, and I think I'll be happy. Nice, thick final coat. Covers everything up pretty good. So, moving on to the next thing. Next course of action is blue. We won't paint the black one, the black bait, for a little bit because I'm going to be putting tape on the paint, so it needs to dry a little bit longer. But the white one, we're going to get the top coat of blue going here. Got the blue ready, it's coming out of the brush. Sparkle looks great. It's a little bit deeper on this side than that side, so let me fix that. We'll do one more coat of this just to get it nice and potent. I think I like that. That's all the blue I want to do. Fade in some silver here on both sides. Get the silver going. And then we'll figure out the line color that I want. Got the silver mixed up into extremely light coats, I think, because it doesn't look like it doesn't show up to a lot of coats. Keep going, get a nice little base coat on that silver, but it fading pretty nice. Just deepen it up, and I actually like where the fade's at now, so let's get some more silver on there. That's a nice color shift right there. So we're gonna leave it at that. Made the executive decision right now to actually just leave it like this. I'm gonna put scales on it, obviously, but I don't think it needs a line of color running through the center. I like what it's at now. It's just simple. We'll keep it simple, stupid. So we're gonna do that. All right, we're getting a little funky here. For the scales, got some pearlized green. But I need to fix the spilled paint situation. Okay, spilled paint averted. Okay, nice green silvery belly. And we're gonna let this dry. Alrighty, we finally got yellow to mix up good. Had to mess around with how I batched it there a couple times, but I'm happy with it. We're gonna go from the middle down, facing down. I don't know if you saw, but kind of taped up the stripes here, so. Oh yeah. first coat done on here. It's more yellow though. Didn't catch that last part. I've done a couple coats now yellow, but I got that to be a nice transition down. So now we're gonna get that orange loaded up and yeah, go from there. Alrighty, we're ready for the orange. It's a little liquidy, so be able to save that. Add all the drops. That'll be fine. I'm gonna thicken up the paint a little bit. Okay, I got the orange on there. Looks pretty good. We're gonna get some scales on this once it dries and I get the tape back, but I'll show you the other bait in the meantime. It turned out good. The green scales turned out really good. It's just a hint of scale. And then the silver really pops through. So very satisfied with how the paint came out. Had to go back and forth between some colors here, but we got it painted with the scales. So this is gonna warm up, and these are officially ready for hookup UV resin. So that's what we'll be doing when we get back. Alrighty guys, we're back from my little adventure here. So we can undress this one bait. She should look pretty. I'm excited about this one. Oh yeah. That looks pretty darn. This is a good looking bait right here. Yeah. I'm gonna return on the video, put the flash on. Yeah, there you go. Now you can really see it. Yeah, that turned out just phenomenal. So time to put eyes in this one, and once the eyes are in this one, that one will be ready for UV resin. My eyes of choice are these orangish yellowish ones, so that should fit very well with the bait. Get these on, and then we'll get UV resin on these things. Alright, we got eyes and baits. That looks amazing. I'll show you the other one. Gave this one nice bright red eyes, but you can see that green in the scale. Looks good. Very happy with these baits. Got my UV resin. Put the hook on here to the side for now. And got a drip wire on it, so take some of this resin and start it. That's great. First layer there. Got that over there. That'll cure and hang there for a little bit. And we're gonna get the other bait going now. Alright, both baits are in there. They're gonna be in there for a good while, and then we'll come out and check them out. Throw some hooks on them. Okay, baits have been out here for about an hour now. So got good lighting right here. So let's grab this guy. Get a nice reveal here. Oh yeah, that turned out really good. Oh yeah. Very nice looking baits here. Turned out well. So now time to get some hooks on these. I gotta take off the drip wires and clean off the hangers. I won't bore you guys with that. But we'll get some hooks on these guys and they'll be done. Alright, so you got hardware in the baits. They look phenomenal. Could not be happier with how these turned out. So hopefully we'll get a swim test. We'll see. Not sure, but anyways, thanks for watching. If there's swim tests, I'll put them in after this here, but if not, we'll get to see them once it's nice out. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. We'll catch you in the next one.